How hardcore is the tire repair in Pakistan? A completely scrapped loader tire? After their simple seam repair, it can be completely repaired and used again. What is the secret of Chen Lubi's craftsmanship? Today we will come to Peshawar Repair Shop to find out. The tire with a burst sidewall in front of us is the protagonist that needs to be refurbished and repaired this time. No matter how serious the damage is, in the eyes of the Peshawar master, it is a small problem that can be repaired. Considering that the sidewall of the original vehicle has cracks, the master first needs to use a cutter to completely remove it and tear off the tire skin used for reinforcement on the inner wall. Continued film filling and reinforcement from the masters. In order to increase the friction at the brake, the master also needs to use a cutter to make an oblique cut so that the layer of the tire is completely exposed. Then use a yarn wheel to grind the bevel. This is also the key step in repairing tires. After the master's very careful grinding, the spliced sidewall can be processed, although it is also disassembled from other tires. But it is more difficult to use than the original car. After all, there are no cracks on the surface. The large exterior can also overlap and dock with the tire. Obviously, the entire inner wall must be completely covered and filled. In order to allow the inner side to be reinforced with tire skin, the entire surface must be polished to have the necessary friction surface to prevent the tire from bursting again due to insufficient adhesive particles. When all the preparations are completed, the overlapping threading technique uses the tension to completely fix the tire wall. In this way, there will be no bulging. The denser the dragon line, the more durable the tire will be. Although the tire has temporarily recovered its integrity, the pressure requirements cannot be met by nylon line alone. As for the inner wall, a large amount of vulcanizer needs to be brushed. This can trigger a chemical reaction at low temperature and make the patch form an inseparable whole. After the master completely brushes the inner wall, the surface of the patch also needs to be brushed to ensure it can improve the overall strength of the rubber. This is why tire repair cannot do without vulcanizer. Then the patch is pasted with raw rubber. In the subsequent process of high temperature heating, the vulcanized raw rubber can make the two fit tightly. To minimize the risk of air leakage, the master can apply the vulcanizer after sticking all the raw rubber sheets. Although the raw rubber sheets have a certain adhesive force, it is far less effective than the vulcanizer. After confirming that it is correct, the patch is inserted into the tire. The surface of the repair gap is to prevent the appearance of hollow bones in the inner layer. A special gear hob is required to roll repeatedly so that the two can achieve a completely fitted state. Because the contact surface of the patch is too large, the patch will fall off. The master will use nylon rope for secondary reinforcement to firmly fix the position of the patch and improve the strength of the inner wall repair. After the master sews another layer, the outer side of the tire that has reached the requirements can be smeared with a large amount of vulcanizer. For the early grinding, then the master will stack the raw rubber sheets cut into strips in the groove layer by layer according to the original amplitude. The repair position can be restored to the original thickness. After stacking 10 layers of raw rubber sheets, the nylon thread for sewing has been completely covered and fixed in the rubber layer of the tire. If the tire is to be installed on the aircraft again, the existing tire strength is far from enough. The master needs to fill a large number of weight blocks inside and apply pressure with the help of their spiral torque. The high temperature heating at the bottom can vulcanize it and make the raw rubber sheet and the tire integrated. After 3 hours of high temperature vulcanization, this completely scrapped tire installed on the aircraft wheel. What do you think of the skills of the Pakistani masters?